Hi friends, it's Mari from Mari Haraya Archives, and as you can see, I have a ton of traveler's notebooks in front of me, and I thought it would be great it's been a while since I last recorded a video about my traveler's notebooks, and I thought it would be a fun thing to do an updated traveler's notebook, because we've done a lot of things in the last few months. We've customized, we've cut down, and so I thought it would be cool to like kind of go over everything and kind of have everything collective right here. So that is what we're going to do today, and I am so excited to show you guys everything so far. Now, the only thing that I've added to my traveler's notebook collection since last time was the Love and Trip, which would be the red traveler's notebook. Now, this is a special edition. I had to get it because the last time they released a new color, I believe was the olive color or the blue color. It like blurs. It's been a while, but it's been a while since they added a new color, and so they added a burgundy wine color, and so I definitely had to have that in my collection, and I'm so glad that I was able to get it. I hope that they actually keep it in their original lineup. So fingers crossed that they do. But that's the only new addition. Now everything else that you see I've had for a while, and I've like cut down or changed it up. So let's get that started. And I also have a special appearance with my hubby's traveler's notebooks as well. So I will show you his collection, and I also did customize a traveler's notebook for him. So we will go over that as well. Okay, I guess I'm trying to figure out a system here. What's best? I was thinking maybe go with the standard size. We'll go big, then small. And then the last one I will show my hubbies because it's not very many. Okay, let me actually pull this out because I forgot this was part of the collection as well. Okay, let's get started. Okay, first off, I already showed it to you guys, was this Love and Trip. I haven't done anything to it. I am waiting for the right time, I guess, for me to customize this. I absolutely love this color. Now, I did customize the traveler's notebook, or the passport size, which is the smaller size, and you guys did see that. And we'll go more into detail when we get to that size. But nothing, I haven't done anything. I did just add, I didn't even add a little thing to it, but it just has the insert. And I mean, just having it and holding it, it's already started to have its own little characteristics of love scratches. And yeah, so this is number one. Oh, I don't know why I'm saying number one. The first one. Okay, the next one, I am going in order with like the least customization to the most, I guess. This one right here is I believe a 2015 camel. I love this year of when they brought out the camel because it's a lot lighter than what we are accustomed to seeing. Now this is already patinaed, but as you can see, like compared to, it's a lot lighter camel. And so I feel like sometimes the new camels kind of look like browns. I feel like a lot of the colors kind of look like browns. But yeah, this is a very light camel, which I absolutely love. And I just added some stickers to it, some stamps, and some charms. What else did I do? I haven't used this for anything quite yet, but I do have a Traveler's Factory from the Traveler's Company standard wallet insert that I love. I love this thing because it's super, super thin compared to the Baumkuchen one, which I have it here. It's a lot thicker. Make sure I don't have anything It's a lot thicker, as you can see, compared to, say, this one. So this does take a lot of space, the thicker one. So that's the reason why I do love the Traveler's Factory one. I think they still sell this. Oh wait, I don't know if they have, I know they have the canvas version, which I do have the canvas version. I think I gave it to my husband. Let me double check. Oh yes. They do have a canvas version, which they have online at their website from time to time. But I think I got this one from Japan, the leather version. So, but yeah, I do like the canvas version as well. Okay. So that is that. And then I just decorated it with some Traveler's charms. This is actually, no, this one is a vintage safety pin, I think, that I got off of eBay. And then this is the Traveler's 10th anniversary, which I do have all the colors, and it should be like, it's on the Traveler's notebooks. But yeah, so that is the other one. Okay, next I have, okay, that is my husband. Oops. Next, okay, here is my olive. This is the first edition olive that came out, and I love the first edition because I feel like it looks more olive versus brown. And let me show you what I mean. Okay, so this isn't the original olive that first came out. This is the second. So as you look, I feel like this has a little bit more brown tone. This looks more olive. And if you compare it to maybe a brown, obviously next to a brown, but you could really tell that that's green. So, okay. So this one I absolutely love. I did add this pocket. This is actually the Superior Labor phone case that I cut, and then I pulled apart, and then I used the front side to add it to this. I actually had a big sticker on here, and I took it off, which is the reason why I put this pocket to cover that, because the residue was really bad, and I was like, oh man. And I did stamp it myself. And then I have the Superior Labor charm on it, and then also this money clip. I believe this is this a Baumkuchen? No. I was seeing if this was a Baumkuchen collaboration. So yeah, I didn't do anything in the back side. And then what I have inside is the Superior Labor / Baumkuchen wallet that I absolutely love. I'm not going to go too much into detail because it does hold some sensitive information. And then I have this folder that I didn't make, but I did customize it. I pasted this pamphlet on there to make it look like that. It's super, super cute. And I just added stickers. So that is that. I love this notebook. Okay. Next up, I'm trying to see if there's any more ones that I haven't like cut down or customized. I think that's the only 3 that I have as far as standard size that I didn't like cut down. And we will go over the modified, customized later. Let's get into the standard size, or not the standard, the passport size. Now, I only have 3 passport size for myself, and this is it. So let's go over the first one. This is the latest one, the Love and Trip, and I actually customized this myself. I do have a video of me customizing this whole thing. I'll be sure to either add it in the cards or maybe link the playlist of all my DIYs that I did for my traveler's notebooks. But I loved doing this. Now this is actually going to be my like tea journal, I think. No, sorry. I'm getting this mixed. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with this. But I did sew on this patch. I also sewed on these pockets in the back that I love how it turned out. And then I have the Canvas Travelers Factory wallet insert, and then the insert that it came with. So I haven't done anything with this. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it, but I love what I did with it, the customization. It came out really cute. Okay, next one. Also, if you are looking for this patch, I actually have it in our Etsy shop. It's linked in the bio or in the description box if you want to check that out. But yeah, okay. Next up is, this is an olive passport size. I actually purchased this from Baumkuchen and then had it customized with them. Now I love getting my stuff customized with them. It just can get really pricey, but I love the quality of it, and obviously it's the Superior Labor, so another brand that I'm obsessed with. So from time to time I will get that customization done. In this case, I did get it done with my passport size. And what I currently have on there are two Pewter Travelers Factory charms, which is just like a hang tag and a luggage tag and a ukulele, because I do play the ukulele. And the Superior Labor patch that I absolutely love. They actually have a blue version that I want to get, but at the same time, I'm like, where would I put it on, right? So it's in my cart, and I'm probably going to want it when it's sold out again. So, story of my life. And then I have these rivets. This is the Superior Labor and Baumkuchen brass rivets on here. And then nothing on the back, just the rivets. Now I did get pockets sewn on. Now, if you've seen my last video about this specific traveler's notebook that I'm using this actually for my movies and TV shows, which I've already started. This little pocket right here, I don't recommend. I've mentioned it before, just because I can't really put my cards in it because it hits the spine. So I would probably get like the secretarial pocket, or maybe one of the smaller pockets that go like this, but not this. But yeah, so all I have is this right here. This is a, what is this? 1.61 soft goods. Baumkuchen sells it. And I love the look of it. So this is what I have in there, like so. And then two inserts for my movies. I love this thing. This one's a chunky one, but I love it. Okay, next up is my Starbucks edition, which I absolutely love, and I did customize this myself as well. So to kind of go over it, I do have a couple of Brass Travelers Company charms on here. It's the Starbucks mug, and then also this, I think, came in the 2025 collection. It's a here's a cherry blossom. And then this right here is actually a Starbucks apron ornament. So it's not specifically here, but if you see my last video of the Tyner Planner Studio shop update, this was an inspiration for me to create my own for stationery that's a little bit more journaling friendly, and that is this right here. And I also made it in the tan version. It has like a little pen clip here so it doesn't scratch your traveler's notebook, which this does. It does scratch your traveler's notebook. So I have this to cover the little, because this is not made to be put on books, you know, but it looks cute and it goes with the theme. But my version has a pocket, so you could add, you know, some stickers or whatever, and you can hang charms on there as well. And you can, you know, you could put a pocket pen or even a longer pen if you choose to do so. It just will stick out, obviously, but I love the fact that I put this right here, so the little clip does not scratch. So it looks like that, which I absolutely obsessed with. Not because I made it, but it really is functional. So, okay. So yeah, I have that, and like just to take this off, do have a Traveler's Company Starbucks brass clip as well on this one. I did add the rivets myself, and then I also added the pockets on here myself as well. And now I was copying my other one, not realizing that this would be an issue, so I don't use this. I regret doing that on here, so I don't use it for cards or anything. So it's for, I'll have to like put stickers or whatever, something that's not super long. And then again, I have the Traveler's Factory, and this is the collaboration with Furuf. I don't know how to pronounce it. So that, yeah, that's the difference between this one and where's the other one? I mean, it's the same canvas, but this one, oh, this is the same one too. But they also had another one, or are they all collaboration with this? Because I did get their rare, I forgot what edition it was, but it was like in blue. It was like in really pretty colors. I don't know if it's the same. But anyway, so this is what I have in there. I have an insert. This is for my tea drinking. I haven't started it yet. I do have a tea drink journal, and it's actually in here. And I have yet to transfer it over. So that's an ongoing project for me. But so this is it. I love it. I hot stamped it myself, and then I added this little pocket as well. Super cute. Now, if you've seen my video about like why I struggle with the Traveler's Notebook, like I love it, but I haven't used it. I would say since that video, I have found uses for it, and I guess I am falling, I'm saying I fell out of love with it, but I'm actually finding purpose for it, and I'm using it in my daily practice, which is awesome because I do love these notebooks. And with that said, to incorporate it more into my journaling practice and to use it daily, I have hacked a lot of these Traveler's Notebook, and I've cut it down to size to fit notebooks that I'm currently using, because I don't always like to use the standard size notebooks or the passport size. I do sometimes, but it just depends on the project. And so this was my solution to utilize my Traveler's Notebook. So let's get into that. Actually, before, let's see. Yeah, let's get into the hacked Traveler's Notebook, and we'll go from big to small. Yeah. Okay, the first one is this Ace Hotel Traveler's Notebook that I purchased back in 2017. And this is very, very special to me because I actually got this customized by Baumkuchen when they had their Truly Yours events, when the Superior Labor came in for the first time for these types of event. And so we actually flew, at the time we lived in Utah, we flew to California for literally like half a day just so we can attend this. And so this is the notebook I brought. It was just me and my husband, and I absolutely love this notebook. I got it customized. I have like TSL did the customization, and it was just really cool. And so yeah, so this I wasn't going to cut down, but I did something really special to it. So originally this is what I used for my reference planner. But I needed to kind of tweak it because it wasn't working for me as far as like utilizing it as a traveler's notebook system with the inserts, because a lot of information comes and goes in my reference planner. And so having a like traveler's notebook insert, it wasn't the right system for me. So what I ended up doing, and I actually have a video of me doing this. Again, I'll link it in the cards or link it in at the end of the video, but let me make sure okay. I actually made it into a ring system. This was like a simple process. I just bought an A5 ring binder, and luckily the holes lined up exactly on the mechanism, and I just had to kind of make the hole just a little bit bigger just so the screws would fit, and that was pretty much it. And I absolutely love this. I use this on a daily basis. It is such a useful thing for me. And I ended up doing was I created these little dashboards. I had, like I said, Baumkuchen and TSL did the customizations on here. I did all the stamps. A lot of these stamps are from Baumkuchen, like the California one. And then all these are actually just stamps, some of my favorite stamps that I did. And then what I ended up doing too for this is this is the Superior Labor charm. And it has like a backing, like a button backing. And so what I ended up doing, and I know some of you guys were asking about this process, and it's super simple. I just poked a hole, and as you can see, I just pushed it through the hole, and then I added this little elastic with a big knot so it doesn't pull through. It's a super simple process. And so, and it's good. It doesn't come out or anything. So it's pretty sturdy in there. And so, yeah, and so I just ended up doing that, and I don't want to like show too much, but I ended up cutting down some of these plastic standard size inserts that you can buy and then I just punched holes. And then I also created my own, let's see, like my own dashboards as well for this. So I think this is one of my most simplest hack, but one of my favorite hacks that I did. I love this thing. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, next up we have, okay, let's go into, so I journal in a Hobonichi Weeks. It's one of my favorite things to use to document my days and to sticker journal and to write down my thoughts. And so that is what I did. I actually cut down 2 traveler's notebooks to fit a Hobonichi Weeks. Now this one right here was made to fit a Hobonichi Weeks. And this right here is actually a traveler's notebook system, but in a Hobonichi Weeks size. And I also have a video on this thought process. So let's go over this one first. So this right here is a Camel Traveler's Company. It was a standard size, and I just basically cut it down to fit my Hobonichi Weeks. And as you can see, I have this MD, I think it's a B6 book band, and this is what I use to hold down my Hobonichi Weeks. So let's go over what's in the front. So I did customize this myself. I added some rivets, and I also sewn in a pocket on the other side. I added this brass label, and I did poke holes in here. So this is actually sewn in into the traveler's notebook, so it's not going anywhere. But I haven't done this technique since then. I usually just put adhesive and it works fine. I think it was pretty hard to find a needle that was thick enough for the thread, but thin enough for the hole. So I don't know what needle I used, honestly, and so yeah, that's probably why I haven't done it since. Okay, and then I just have a couple of charms here. This is from the Manual Factory. This was in collaboration with Manual Factory and the Travelers Company. I love that brand. And then this was also a Manual Factory. It came with this. It was actually a keychain. It went with this along with the leather bear, this right here. So it was like 3 pieces. This leather bear came with this, and then that. It was a whole keychain, and I bought both colors. It comes in a black and a burgundy, which I do have. I don't know where I put it. But in this case, I just added it to this traveler's notebook, and it's actually a pen holder, but I don't use it as a pen holder. But if you know me, I like to make things a lot functional, so that was the case. But I wish before I did this, it was a little bit lower, so my pen wasn't sticking so high up. But I rarely use it, but it's there if I need it. This was a patch. This was actually a very big patch. It had like a white border, but I ended up just cutting it down because I didn't like the white border. And then I just actually glued this down with adhesive and glue, and it's been there for the last 2 years, so it's held up. And I use this on a daily basis. And then I have a Travelers Company brass clip on there. And then nothing on the back. And as you can see, it is cut down. All right, let's get into it. And if you've seen my videos, you've seen this. This is nothing new, but this is how it looks on the inside. I have a pocket that I sewn. This is actually goat leather. Yeah. So, and then this is how it's on here. I have this clear plastic kind of to just hold up the Hobonichi Weeks, but this holds it really good, so no issues there. But yeah, so it just fits my Hobonichi Weeks like so. And I love this thing. What I love about this too is look how chunky my Hobonichi Weeks is, and it's fine. It is holding up. And as it gets thicker, I can assume too that it's just gonna be able to hold it, which is the reason why I love this thing. So, okay, so next up, hold on, let me put, and if anybody's interested in knowing what this is actually a tiny pen tote that I actually created for the Tiny Planner Studio. I absolutely love this thing. It's one of my favorite accessories for my traveler's notebook, but it holds my pens, and it's supposed to mimic a tote. So I have 2 sizes, the standard size and then also the passport size, which because we make it, obviously I keep all sizes, and just to kind of show you what I'm using all my tiny pen totes for, I color coordinated all my pens, and I put it in the corresponding color. So this makes me realize that I need to make a purple one, and I need to make I think a red one. Yes, a red one. Yeah, that's just me being silly. But I had to find ways to because I do keep all of the creations, I didn't want it just sitting there. So that was my solution. And it just is really pretty on my desk. Oh, and if you're wondering, this little case canister, I got this from Target. It's the Hearth and Hand edition. Now, it's not like the best quality, but I definitely love the look of it. And I love the color. It's brown. So it sits on my desk. Okay, next up, let's do the other Hobonichi Week size. So this one actually came about because, and I have a video for this, and I'll link it in the cards. I think I can only link like 4 videos in a video, so I don't think I've hit my limit. This might be my limit, but this is a traveler's notebook. This is the blue edition. This is actually the Pan Am edition. Yes, I cut down a Pan Am edition, which for me, I know some people are like, oh my gosh, but the thing is, I love this thing so much, but I wasn't using it in its original size. And so I had cut down it to fit, or to fit a Hobonichi Weeks, but it is a Hobonichi Week size. But my plan was to journal in a traveler's notebook Hobonichi Week size, because I love that size. And I even cut down some inserts to fit it. And my plans have changed since. I'll show you what I'm doing, but it could change again. But I created this little folder out of the traveler's notebook box that, you know, traveler's notebooks come in. And I absolutely love how it turned out. I customized it. I added this. Now this was actually a folder. These two right here, it was a folder, and I cut it in half to make it as a pocket, because I didn't like it as a folder, but I love it as a pocket. So again, that's just me utilizing the things I already have and just, you know, repurposing things. And yeah, so I absolutely love this one. I love having a traveler's notebook Hobonichi Week size that is actually a traveler's notebook, because the other one actually just holds a Hobonichi Weeks. It doesn't have the holes for a traveling, although I can add it if I want to. So I did customize this. I have the Superior Labor leather tag that usually comes with all their products that you buy. And then I also have a Traveler's Company brass charm. It's a luggage charm from their hotel edition. And then again, this is the bottom half of that phone case that I was telling you about. So I actually added it to this one. This one also was a tag from one of their bags, and I just added it on here. And I added the brass rivets, Traveler's Company clip, and then you guys saw the inside. I love this thing. So my plan is to actually use this as my workout journal, my health journal. That is my plan for this one. So we shall see if that will continue. Okay. We're almost down to the cute little fun size ones. Next up is my traveler's notebook. This is an A6 size. This was a black one that is the original Midori. I know. I cut it down because I love this one and I will use it. So I cut this down to an A6 size, and this actually held a lot of my sticker books, which is the reason why I have these weird sizes. So usually the Traveler's Company has this release sticker release books, and it comes in the standard and the passport size. I needed something smaller but still wider, and so I ended up cutting it down to about an A6 size, as you can see. And so this is what I actually had in here at first, if it'll focus. So this is what I had in here at first, and then I would also put in the passport size in there because it still fit. And so now that I have a dedicated room for all my stationery, everything has its own place. And so with me journaling, it was just easier to have the books out, and it's just in my little stand here. So it was easier. So I put this away, but it's an A6 size. So now it will house my Hobonichi Techo A6. So this actually came into my life because, again, I mean, I've journaled before in an A6 Hobonichi Techo. I have a lot of books that I did. It's just unfinished, but every year I think I've tried for the past since 2018 to finish out this size. And this came about because I loved a cover, and obviously for Hobonichi it comes with the notebook. So when the cover came in, I didn't absolutely love the cover, so I ended up selling the cover, but ended up keeping this because I had the urge to like bring this back into my journaling. I feel like 2024, 2025 was the year for me to be consistent in my journaling practice and figure out how I like to journal. now that I've determined that in 2026, I feel like it's the year for my creativity when it comes to journaling. And it's like going back to different forms and different layouts that I loved previous and just bringing it back into this. So that is that. And so I am going to be journaling in this A6. I'm actually really excited to see what I come up with, because this will add a little bit more variety in my journaling days. Because when I document my days and my weeks, it's pretty much kind of the same template. But here I feel like I'll have a little bit more creative freedom to kind of do it different. I mean, I could do that too with the Hobonichi weeks, but I was so focused on creating that daily habit that doing it one way helped that habit. And so now that I've gotten that habit, now I'm working on more creative. So anyways, this is what I'm using. And so it fits perfectly in my A6 traveler's notebook that I cut down. Now, I plan on, I could either put it in this little slot, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slip this onto here. So basically I'm going to take this off, put the clear plastic or the clear cover on there. And I guess I can show you a little, so it's a little bit. So this is what I'm going to do. In case you guys ever want to, if you guys need an A6 traveler's notebook, it can be done with your current, if you have like an old or a favorite that you want to cut down. I know a lot of people are scared to do that, but hey, I feel like if it's something you love and you can repurpose it or put it into a size that you use, why not, right? And there you go. That's how it's attached to it. And it lays flat. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to use for my 2026 journaling. Now I did add, like I had shown you, the pocket on the inside, and then there's that clear plastic. And then I added the brass rivets. Now these are, I should have mentioned this, but these are Chicago screws. You literally just screw it in. You don't have to like hammer it in or anything. So this is like the most simplest thing. And then I just added favorite stickers on there. I haven't labeled it yet because I don't know what to put on there. And then I just kind of added these little, they're like paper fasteners, as you can see, just so it looks like it's like a brass plate that you put on there. Well, that was my thought process anyways. And then these are just transfer stickers that I put on here. I absolutely loved how it looked, but because they are transfer stickers, as you can see, they are coming off. They're like, you know, so I've covered some of it with some favorite stickers. So I love this size. And again, these two are what's currently my lineup for 2026, and I love it. Okay, next up, I think, so these are all kind of miscellaneous, but we're gonna go over it. I'm not gonna put it in the screen because the camera's gonna try to focus on it. But let's go with another favorite of mine. So I do use the MD A7 notebook. I use it for my groceries, and I also have a video of this. I will put it at the end. But it's just my grocery list and menu planning. And so what I ended up doing was I cut down this brown traveler's notebook. It's the Narita station. What do you call it? The airline, the airport. And I cut it down to this size to fit it. And the way I have it on here is just like a traveler's notebook. And there's nothing much that I did as far as customizing other than cutting it down. I did add a brass rivet on there, but I took it off because this right here kept getting caught in it, and so I just took it off. So I'm not sure how to cover that yet, but either way, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. And then I have this right here. Now this thing is tiny. Now to compare this to a passport size, that is how small it is. Because an A7 notebook is pretty tiny. Super cute. And I'll use that for a size reference. Okay, as we go into the tiny ones. So, and then I also have the corresponding brass charm that goes with it. Now, the rest of this leather from this traveler's notebook, I did end up creating a passport plus size for my husband, and I will actually show that to you. And I have a video on that as well. So, that is my A7 traveler's notebook. Okay, let's get into the really cute ones. Now, let's see. I guess we'll go from biggest to smallest. Okay, here is another one that I made. It is a camel one. Now, these are all probably from the same, yeah, it's from the same camel standard size notebook. And what this was, or is, it holds all my ephemera. And I actually made a different version of this with the inserts being linen or like canvas pockets. So it was a little bit more durable. And I actually had that in our Etsy shop long time ago. And so a few people actually have this creation. I haven't made them since then just because it's really hard to source traveler's notebooks that are, I try to find traveler's notebooks that are really like dinged up and just give it new life. And so it takes a lot of effort and resources to find those. So I haven't done it since. The only things that I've hacked obviously are the ones that I own. So, but if you have one that you want to cut down, this is one that I absolutely love. I just kind of added this leather piece here to kind of enforce it. But I love this thing. I added the Superior Labor patch, a sticker, and then that's pretty much it. I like to plug up holes with these little paper fasteners, which I need to buy more. I don't have any. So, but yeah, this one's super cute. And as far as size, this is almost a passport size, but it's like slightly larger or smaller, as you can see, but it's definitely a super cute size. I love this thing. I'm gonna keep saying that because I love all my stuff. So okay, next up is let's go with this one. This right here is a washi tape holder. Now I actually created a bunch of these for the Etsy shop again a long time ago. So a few people will have this, and I love this thing. I just added a sticker, a little brass plate that I found on eBay, and then I just created cards for it so I can have my washi tape on the go. I actually still use it to this day. I just have it on my desk, and whenever I need washi, this is I pull the washi out of there. And actually I need to go and add, because I've run out finally. But I absolutely love this hack, and I love how it looks. So that's that. Hopefully one day I could bring these back. Again, it's just a matter of finding traveler's notebooks that I am willing to cut down. So yeah, that's that. Okay, next up is this one. Again, it's all from the same traveler's notebook, but this little skinny one, I love this thing. It is, I added the Superior Labor brass, this thing right here, and then a sticker. And then this is actually a pen swatch, like on the go, super cute pen swatch or ink for fountain pens. And I can assume I could probably add like, regular pens as well. But so far I've just been doing inks. And I love this thing. This is so cute. And then I have a little cute little tiny, tiny, tiny clip on there, if you can see it. It's so cute. So that is that. Okay, next up, and these are mostly books now. These were more like special functions. Now these are all just books. And I will bring this, go large. So this one, this actually was part of this one that I cut down, the A6 size. So this came from that. And it's just a little sketchbook. I don't think I started it yet, but it's just a sketchbook or a to-do list. I don't know. There's so many things that I could use this for, but I do have watercolor paper in there. I just cut down these inserts, and yeah, I have a paper clip, a fun looking shaped paper clip, a brass label, and then these little bull clips. And then I have this manual factory. Again, this came on a keychain, or maybe some, I forgot what it was, but it is a manual factory. It's a wooden train. Log on. Super cute. I love how this one turned out. And again, just plugging up holes to add interest to it. Super cute. Okay, next up, this was actually part of a traveler's notebook that had this stamp on it, and I wanted to preserve it because I was cutting it up, and so I ended up making this cute little notebook. And then I didn't show you the sizes of this compared to a passport size, so it's pretty tiny. And then compare that to my A7, that's pretty tiny, right? So, and then this one is, again, a lot of these are just like either to-do lists, grocery lists, or maybe a sketchbook. Didn't have like a specific idea. So, and then I just added this little brass label on both sides. And see, I just loved the stamps on there. And these are stamps that I don't normally get. Like I can get unless I go to like a stamp caravan, which I know recently they did. I think the closest one was like Chicago, but I didn't want to drive 6 hours both ways to get stamps. So hopefully one day they'll have something a little bit closer. But yeah, love that. And again, it's super tiny. Here's my A7, and there's my passport. Okay, we're going down even smaller. Here we go. This one's so cute. And this one I actually purposely made the back side the front side because I loved, obviously, the Traveler's Notebook graphics embossed in there. And so that's how it came out. I have a cute giraffe charm. I think this is from, where is this from? The Origami Owl. But it was the perfect size for it. And then I just added this clip again, and then the Superior Labor brass. And then in the back, just added like those paper fasteners. And then for this one, I actually added stickers that I made for myself. These are stickers that I made. So it was just kind of like an archive of the stickers that I made that are on here. I don't have all of it on there, but this is another DIY thing that I made for myself. It holds a passport size. I love this thing. But that's it right there. I drew it. And then this was a traveler's notebook that I actually had. It was a blue one that I ended up selling exactly like this. So, yeah. And then what else? Yes. Here's my traveler's notebook. That one's the one that I currently have. This one I actually sold. And I still have these charms. But, yeah. I drew that one. But I sold it, so I don't have it anymore. And then I drew some shoes for my husband. This is one of his favorite shoes. I need to add the other. I do have some tiny ones. I need to add it to this. I'm going to leave this out so I can add those stickers to her. I love looking through this. Okay. And then, and then to show you the size, A7 passport. I'll just show it up against the passport. That's more standard. Tiny. Okay. Coming down to the last two. Again, another tiny one. I love this one because I love the details that I did for this. Obviously, I have some tiny charms on there. I have some tiny rivets. And I also, one of my favorite things I did here was I added a tiny pocket. Look, and it only fits a paper clip. Maybe a couple paper clips. But it's so cute, and that's how small it is. So cute. But I love this little detail of the tiny pocket. I don't know what I'm going to use this for. I haven't used it for anything quite yet, but it's just sitting pretty on my shelf. And then last but not least, I didn't make this, but I do own all the colors of the 10th anniversary Traveler's Notebook, the little tiny mini ones that they have. There was 3 colors. Is it 3 or 4? 3. And so I do have them, and a lot of them are on my Traveler's Notebooks, but I didn't do any customization on it, but I do have the tiny ones. So that's it. And this one's super tiny, obviously, because it's like a charm. So that is it, guys. That is, oh, actually, no. Before I let you go, I got to show you my husband's. Okay, this is my husband's collection. He has 4. Now, he has the Nigel Caborn Traveler's Notebook, and he has a coffee and Traveler's Notebook. I gave this to him because he is a coffee addict. And then what he has in here is just like an insert. Here you go. And then try not to open it because I don't want to show anything that's in there. And then he has a camel Nigel Caborn pen clip, and then also the corresponding Nigel Caborn pen. And he loves this thing. That's his standard. His next standard one is this. I actually gave this, well, I gave all of this to him, but is the original Midori Brown, which is so nice. It's nice and smooth. And then I gave him these little, the Superior Labor brass clips. It's funny because I only had 2 at the time, and he really was like, I need 2 of them. And so I didn't have any but those 2, so I was like, okay, good thing I love you, because here, you can have it. And at that time it was like sold out. So I was like, good thing I love you. Anyways, and then he has a brass clip on there. And then he has the Traveler's Factory Olive canvas wallet. I did add this. This is actually a, what is this? It's a, what do you call it? A coaster, a leather coaster. And so he has a camel. I believe this is the brown one. I actually had the black. I don't know what I do with the black. It's probably somewhere around here. But I just pasted that on there because there's no way I could sew it. And he has this special edition insert, which we both got because he was with me when we went to the Baumkuchen Truly Yours event. And so this was his. I have mine. So that's what he has on there. And then the Manual Factory. And then here's the shoes, the sticker shoes that I made for him. So that is what he has in his standard. And then here is the Love and Trip. I purchased 2, not by accident, but more of like fear of that the other one wasn't going to ship, but it did ship. And so I ended up having 2. And so I gave him this one. He hasn't done anything to it. It's still kind of in the packaging. So he hasn't done anything to that. And this is the one that I made for him. This is the Passport Plus. This was the other side. It was actually like this, I think, or something like that. But anyways, this was part of it. And it's like a Passport Plus. It's a little bit wider, as you can see, than a Passport. And yeah, so what I ended up doing was I did engrave it for him. We chose the back side of the the notebook to become the front side because of the graphics, as you can see. I gave him, or I let him borrow my the Superior Labor pen clip. He added some of his favorite stickers that he liked. We added some brass rivets. Here's more stickers on there. And then I did sew. Again, I did create a video of this whole process, but we did create pockets for both sides to kind of give it a little bit more stability. And again, he just has a few stickers, the super lightweight insert, the Tokyo bike passport insert, and a folder. Okay, and then he has this insert as well. And yeah, so that is his little setup. I love this thing. I actually would love to make one for myself. I don't have any more traveler's notebooks to cut down. Well, technically I do. I have the camel one and the Love and Trip, but I don't want to cut those down quite yet. So, okay. I think that is yep, that is everything. Here's my husband's stack. Oh my goodness, this was really fun to see. You know, I think like, oh, I don't have a lot. I mean, technically I don't, considering how much I did have in the past. I had a lot, like a lot. And I sold all of it except for these. And considering my old collection to what I currently have now, it's a little bit more doable. Like, it's a little bit more better to manage, so to speak. And so this was actually really fun to film, to see everything here. I feel like I might have missed something, but I don't think I did. I absolutely think this is everything that I own. And I love my collection. Look how pretty it is. And I don't know what I'm going to do with these two. I'm pretty sure I will do something. I just haven't figured out what that would be. But like, I'm so proud of my little collection, and I just love how all the customizations has turned out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this updated video of my Traveler's Company Traveler's Notebook and all the things I've done to it. And I don't know, maybe this will inspire you to get creative with your Traveler's Notebook, or maybe create it or modify it to your liking so you could utilize it more. But I hope you loved this video. I absolutely loved looking at my Traveler's Notebooks and having it all right here. But if you made it this far, thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out with me. And if you liked any of the items that I showed you, like the tiny pen tote and the tiny aprons and some charms, head over to our Etsy shop. Check it out. I hope to do a little tiny shop update for the holidays, but I don't know. I'm still debating because the days are flying by, and I'm like, I don't think I have time. So if that's not the case, then stay tuned for our spring shop update, which will have some new products that I'm super, super excited about. I can't talk too much about it, but it's in the works. But check out Tiny Planner Studio on Etsy. It's linked in the description. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Is there anything here that you would be like, no, I would never? Or are there any of these that you absolutely loved and said, you know what, I'm going to try that? Let me know in the comments. And let's talk about it. So, all right, I think that is it for now. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.